In Matthew chapter 5, at verses 13 to 16, Matthew is writing about how believers are to be salt and light in the world. Notice he says, and I'm reading it in the Greek with the translation and then brief commentary, Humes este ta halas tes ges, andeta halas morante antenna, helistacetai, heis uden isque eti me blethen exo katapatesa upaton anthropon. You are the salt of the earth. And if the salt become savorless, by what shall it be salted? It is good for nothing except having been cast outside to be trodden underfoot by men. In other words, salt flavors food. But if it loses that flavor, it's good for nothing except to be cast outside and trodden underfoot. That is, perhaps it's no need to try to put it into food. It won't work. And so we are to flavor our environment, I think, or the world as believers in Christ, I believe Jesus is saying. And then he goes on, Humes este taphos tu cosmu, udunatai palis, rubenai apano, oras kemene. You are the light of the world. A city is not able to be hidden as lying up on a mountain. In other words, you can see a city when it's on a mountain. And that's the way you're to be, because you're to be the light of the world. So believers, he's saying, are to be like light in this dark world. Verse 15, Ude kaiusin, luknan kai teseasin autan, hupa tan madian alepitain luknian, kai lampe pasin tois inte oikia. Neither do they burn a lamp and place it under a bushel basket, but put it upon a lampstand, and it shines to all in the house. Jesus uses the illustration of a lamp. You don't take a lamp and put it under a bushel basket, but you put it on a lampstand. And by so doing, it gives light to the whole house. And I think the point again is that we're to be like a lamp. We're to bring light in this world of darkness and lighten it up by living what Jesus is saying in the Sermon on the Mount. Hutos, lampsato ta phos, humon imprastin ton anthropon, hapos idusin humon ta kala erga, kai daxasusin tan patera humon, tan in tois uranois. Thus, let your light so shine before men that they might see your good works and might glorify your Father who is in heaven. In other words, let your light shine, is what he's saying, by living and obeying what Jesus is teaching. I believe Christ is saying, and Matthew recording it, that the world, that people might see your good works and by seeing your good works, glorify your Father who is in heaven. And I think the thought is, as we live the Sermon on the Mount, as we try to live it out, I believe this is sort of like an introduction to an encouraging audience to be like salt and to be like light. Provide flavor in the world and provide a light that people can see the good works of believers in Christ and glorify their Father who is in heaven.